In this section, I reduced the size of the text to have more space in the left column because I want to include two sections on foreign language proficiency as well as hobbies and interests in this section. Well, let's do this. I will zoom in on this section a bit and copy the shape that we used in the previous sections by pressing Ctrl plus D to separate different sections. And I put it in its appropriate place, and to add the icon of this section that I downloaded a reel which shows our mastery of foreign languages, I select from the Insert and Picture section and enter the icon into the slide. In the previous part, I have fully explained how to find icons for designs that I have introduced the Flat Icon website. If you have not seen the previous parts, I suggest you take a look at the previous parts first and follow the tutorials in order. Well, I select this icon and I want this icon to be placed exactly in the center of this navy colored shape. So I select the icon and the shape by holding the shift key. I select both of them, and from align section, I click align center. Now I can copy the previous text box for writing new text, and this time I will type the foreign language phrase here. I'm going to use this picture of the flag of the countries to show the level of mastery in different languages. For example, I want to show here how much mastery I have in English and French. For example, I use the flags of two countries. We insert them into the PowerPoint slides. We make their size a little smaller so that the image of the flags can be separated from the shape of the background, which is a navy color. I can use the shapes of PowerPoint. I draw a circle shape, and then I select the image of the flag. I right click on it and I press bring to front so that it's placed on my shape. I zoom again on this part. Now I reduce the size of our shape a little bit. I set the outline value to no, and shape fill I make it white. Then I select both the shape of the circle and its photo. I click on align, align center, align middle, and then I press Ctrl plus G so that they both form a group. As you can see, this is our flag separated from the background, and it got a white border which gives it a more attractive look. Now I will make another copy of the same circle shape and do the same for the second language. I will right click on the flag image and select bring to front so that it's placed exactly on my circle shape. I select both and group them. Now, to show our mastery of different languages, we can easily use PowerPoint shapes. This time I will use the block arc option. And by holding the shift key, I draw the corresponding shape, set the outline value to no, and I can select the pink color that was previously in my color palette for the shape fill. Now let's adjust. For example, I want to say that my level of mastery of the English language is, for example, 70%. To do this, I will select this yellow circle that is here and move it forward until the amount that I want this chart to be filled. For example, I will leave it here, and now to reduce the width of this shape, I can use this yellow circle and reduce the curvature of this chart. And with this arrow that exists, I can adjust the direction, and by holding the shift key, I reduce the size of the shape from the corners. Well, when I have made the relevant settings, I can type the percentage of mastering this language exactly with the help of a text box and write here. For example, I write that I wanted to show 70% for mastering this language. I also make the settings related to the text, and I put it in the appropriate place. And I do the same thing for the amount of mastery of the second language. very well. In this way, we were able to complete the sections related to the amount of mastery of foreign languages in our resume as well. And now I want to add another section called our interests and hobbies. I will use the separator shape that we used in the previous section, and I make it smaller in height, and I already downloaded the hobbies icon. And from the insert picture this device section, I select the icons related to interest and hobbies. I make them smaller and place them in the corresponding place, and I can also use the same title for text, and I type the relevant phrase. But to show the level of hobbies and interests, and we can use its icon, I have already downloaded 3 icons which I copy and insert into the slide and reduce its size. For example, I want to say that my interests are music, travel, and painting. I downloaded the icons from the Flat Icon website in advance. I will make them smaller, and I downloaded them in navy color. Now, in order to separate them from the background, I select the circle shape again from the insert section, shape section, and draw it. I set the outline to no and the shape fill to white, and I right click on the relevant icon and click bring to front and place a circle on this shape, and do the same for other icons in the following, and then make the settings related to the hobbies section. Align on the left side of resume is complete. Now I will continue to do this work. Alright, the settings related to our hobbies and interests are finished. I will give a full screen view while the resume has progressed to this section. And in this section, I tried to introduce you to the method by which you can add foreign language proficiency or interest and hobbies to your resume. Now, in the next sections, we will try to complete other parts of our resume.